Confidently controversial. Confidently controversial. Confidently controversial.
Let's start the podcast.
It will begin now. Hi, how you doing?
Hey.
It's a podcast.
Yeah.
Welcome to Confidently Controversial.
The podcast.
It's a show starring me, Emily Paul, and you,
Kim Tweed.
and we talk about
Movies and stuff.
yay.
Yes. I actually told someone about our podcast, a stranger, about our podcast.
That's the big
the
news
other
for you.
day.
It's a big
I know,
step.
I know. Well, she brought up something. She brought up the movie Dragon Slayers or something like that.
Yeah,
From the
yeah,
80s.
I'm familiar.
And I was like, and she was like talking about how crazy it was and stuff like that. And I was just like, oh, that's funny. I was like, my friend and I have a podcast. This was like at a checkout.
Oh my gosh.
And then, well, I was talking about what we do and everything like that. And then on the way out, she was like, what's it called? I was like, great. Confidently controversial.
I've gotten better about talking about it, but then sometimes I do that thing where I say it, and then afterwards I'm laying in bed at night and I'm like, why did I say it? It's so dumb.
I feel like this was a good first one for me because it's like, it's a person I see occasionally because it's a short story shop at, but
Yeah,
it was fun.
that's cool.
She reacted positively, so maybe I will do it again.
And maybe she's listening right now.
Maybe.
That'd be crazy. Hey, thank you for listening and for being kind to my friends.
Okay, so I have something else to talk about.
What?
And I think that this is the best venue for me to do it.
Okay. Oh my God. I'm a little scared now.
Because I am mad.
At me?
No.
Okay.
I'm mad at the world. I'm disgruntled. And I'm frankly going into the holiday season a little peeved.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
This is great. A great place for you to be.
So, we're November 9th, so it's fully Christmas now.
Sure.
All the stuff's out. So I'm thinking this year, want to get my best friend a really great Christmas present.
Yes.
Like, I wanted to get you something good. You're so good as a person. I love you.
Oh, this is the best thing ever.
So, no.
When's the
Just wait.
disgruntledness. Great.
So I see it's going to be Christmas time. I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to look for something. My friend loves Christmas.
Too.
She particularly loves one Christmas singer.
Oh, yes, I do.
Who?
Michael Bublé.
Right. I was like, I am going to get my best friend. We're going to get a little, have a little cocktail. We're going to go see Michael Bublé.
Are we?
I'm going to buy tickets.
We're not going, are
for
we?
December 12th. I'm buying tickets for Michael Bublé. They're reasonably priced. We're going to go. It's going to be amazing.
I know what's going to happen with this story.
I buy the tickets.
I know what you're going to say.
You do?
I do.
I get the response back, and there's a picture of this dude on there that is not Michael Bublé.
This is in Atlantic City.
This is in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
And this show is called The Michael Bublé Experience, A Very Bublé Christmas.
I'm excited. Are we going?
And I bought tickets for it. And it's not even fucking Michael Bublé. It's an impersonator.
This is better. This is better.
I am so mad.
Okay, first of all, I don't think that we could afford to see Michael Bublé right now.
Okay. Our seats are terrible.
Really?
Yes. And they were not like $12.
Is this at the Hard Rock?
No, it's at Caesars, I believe.
This is what
tickets were tickets up front were like $300-$400.
Maybe he's good.
He can't be that good.
I mean, I'm excited. I mean, don't be
I'm
sad.
so mad.
First of all, this is incredible. Okay. Would I be super duper excited if we were going to go see Michael Bublé? Yes, that would be incredible. And the thought, I love the thought. I love you so much. It's amazing.
I'm so sad.
But I still think that all the key elements are going to be there for a fantastic day. We're going to have a little, we'll go to one of those little holiday pop-up bars.
We'll wear a holiday sweater.
We'll wear a holiday sweater. We'll
sit way at the top.
Way at the top. So we can act out up there. And we're going to see this guy who's probably going to sound a lot like Michael Bublé sing Christmas songs. And you know what? It's better than listening to the CD.
I don't even necessarily want to see Michael Bublé. And I have to see someone that's impersonating him.
Maybe you'll like him better. Maybe you'll be a fan of this guy.
I've thought about this in bed every night since I purchased the tickets, being like, I can't believe it. I told my husband multiple times. He's like, yeah, that sucks. I'm like, no, you have to be more upset.
Well, I took my daughter to an Elvis impersonator show
It's
in
not the
Atlantic
same.
City.
Elvis is dead. Michael Bublé is very much alive and touring, and you cannot use his name twice in the name of the show and expect me not to think it's Michael Bublé.
This is what I'm going to be excited about going to this thing. How many people are going to show up to this thing and be like, what the fuck?
I really
he's going to
believe-
come up on stage and people are going to get up and walk out, and then we'll move to the front.
I really believe that everyone's been bamboozled by
Because if you pay $300, you're like, yeah, that makes sense. $300, I'm going to see Michael. I'll be up front for Michael Bublé.
Right.
Some grandma is telling their kids right now that I'm going to see Michael Bublé in Atlantic City
with all her girlfriends. And they got front row seats because why not splurge? It's the holidays.
And they're going to get a little drunk, and then not Michael Bublé is going to come out, and it's going to be the Kim. This is going to be amazing. I'm really excited about it.
Wow.
I'm really excited about it.
Well, Merry fucking Christmas.
Yes. This is the greatest thing ever.
I'm so upset.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
Well,
So, yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm excited for that.
I'm glad you're excited.
Well, I wanted to tell you about, I watched the new Frankenstein.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My mom watched it too, and she liked it.
She did? Mm-hmm. It's very long. That's my problem with it. It was all the movies now, I feel like they're just a little too long. Here's my other, Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
Amazing perm throughout the movie. Just amazing hair. And they dressed him. He's handsome. He's a handsome, but he just looks so small in this movie because they have him playing beside your boyfriend. What's his name?
Jacob Elordi
or something, something like that.
Jake. I just call him Jake.
He's so tall.
He is very tall.
He's like 6'5". I had to look it up. And Oscar Isaac is like 5'7".
Yeah, it's not a good pairing.
It's not a good pairing. But the other thing is that, first of all, it doesn't make sense that he makes him so freaking tall.
And hot.
Right. And then I get that the reason why my husband and I wanted to watch it is because Guillermo del Toro, interesting take on, a classic. A classic. Mm-hmm. And I get when someone remakes a classic like that, you get to take your own spin on it, right? So he made Frankenstein rules that, frankly, I just don't think...
Frankenstein rules?
Frankenstein rules. Like, how there's vampire rules?
No, I know what you mean.
So he made
100%.
Frankenstein rules that, like, I've never even heard of these Frankenstein rules.
Like what?
So his Frankenstein rules are that he cannot die and that he regenerates himself.
So, like, if you chop off his arm, it'll regrow?
Yes.
Oh.
So, like, if you, like, he gets into all these fights and everything.
Frankenstein?
Because he's very strong.
Does?
The monster. Because he's very strong. Mm-hmm. So he will just, get in these fights and people will shoot at him and it'll just heal. The being shot.
I understand.
Everything just heals. He's fine. He just lays in the snow for a while and then he wakes up again and he's okay. The other thing is that when they first make him, how Frankenstein's a little dumb, right? Yeah. So he's basically like Big Baby. So they have him when they first make him. So it's very tall, Jacob Elordi, and he's just wearing like a bandage diaper.
Okay.
So he's like walking around like giant tall baby in bandage diaper. Like, babies.
Oh, he's acting like a baby?
He's kind of like walking around like a tall baby.
Okay.
He's tall baby.
I don't like that.
I didn't like it either. Ugh. But then over time, he does learn how to speak and he almost becomes like a romantic character.
I feel like they're like, how can we have this guy nude in this movie? We'll make him a baby.
We'll make him a baby in a baby diaper. Yeah. Okay. So I was not... Yeah, I feel like, although it's funny, I was talking to my husband about it yesterday and I was like, I just don't understand why they were making him romantic and why the lady liked him and everything.
He's always loved.
Well, no, he has always loved. And he does ask Frankenstein to make him a companion in this. Yeah. Because he can't die and he wants somebody. Yeah, and he doesn't say a lady. He just says a companion.
Okay. He's open.
But in this, Frankenstein doesn't. But there's a lady in it that I had to look her up because she looks so much like Molly Ringwald. I'm like, this has to be Molly Ringwald's daughter.
It wasn't.
But it's not.
Okay.
But she kind of loves him. And my husband's like, she doesn't love him. She's not in love with him. She loves his life force. And that she's protective of him. I'm like, shut up.
We're all getting so crazy as we get older.
That's great.
I said something to my husband the other night about the moon. I was like, the moon is full tonight. You have to let go of the old. To the moon.
You have to go of the old?
No, let go of the old. You have to let go of things that you want to let go of. And he just looked at me and goes, what are you talking about? He was just completely puzzled. I was like, okay, never mind.
Well, I told you my theory on that with women, right? How for so many years the medical industry has just failed us in terms of perimenopause and menopause, and nobody tells us anything. I mean, now probably more than at any other point in history, there's more talk about it. There's more solutions.
But now there's just all these people taking advantage of women.
Right. But I think that for many years women had nothing. So we were like, I'll hold this crystal if you think it might help me.
Right. If I put this against my uterus, will it stop hurting?
So what you're saying is I need to go stand in the full moon for a while.
Release all the old shit that I'm holding on to.
I mean, I'll try it.
It seems logical. All right. Well, so
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah. Would you like to watch a movie?
Oh my God, I so much want to.
So this week, it's my pick of a movie, so you don't have to do anything.
That's
Just
right.
sit back and relax and don't look at my computer screen because I have some stuff to tell you.
Okay.
Okay. I am going to tell you.
Tell me.
I think that we're watching today a first of its kind movie on Confidently Controversial. I don't think we've watched a movie from this genre yet.
Exciting.
So this is technically called a biopic. Or a biopic.
A biopic. Okay. Right. So it's but it's not the real person. It's not like a documentary. It's a biopic.
No, it's a biopic.
Okay.
Although I will say that many people hotly contest the fact that this is actually based on real life.
Okay.
Roger Ebert, off the bat, he called it a biography told through music and madness.
Okay. If this is the movie that... a first movie comes to my head with this, and if this is the movie, because I just talked about this movie earlier, yesterday, and I've never talked about this movie in years, I'm going to lose my goddamn mind because we will have been in some sort of weird brain connection.
Okay. I don't know that this
I'm scared.
Okay. Rolling Stone described this movie less as a life story than a seance.
Oh.
And I told you it's about music.
Yes.
And there are some surviving members of the band who were not very happy with the depiction of the band in this movie and called it fiction wrapped in truth.
Oh, okay.
And that there were grotesque exaggerations of what really happened.
Okay.
Movie came out on March 1st, 1991.
I think I know what this is. Oh, my God.
It's rated R.
Okay, good.
And it cost about $40 million to make.
It's expensive.
They really couldn't lock in on the price it cost. They said between 32 and 40 million. I think it was kind of brr.
Well, remember that, we've talked about this before, how there was a certain period of time where the studios stopped releasing that information because they didn't want, when the box office came back, they didn't want to have to say it lost money because Ishtar lost so much money and it became such a headline how much money it lost and how much money they spent on it.
It overshadowed the actual movie.
Right.
Okay. So domestically, this one was not a hit. Domestically, it only made about $34.4 million. So it did not make back what it cost. And it was very unclear what the international box office was. Began shooting in 1990 and was shot in Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Paris.
Okay, I know what it is.
Is it the movie you were talking about?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
But it's better.
It took considerable artistic liberties, more emphasizing the mood and the myth and the excess and the rock god's spectacle rather than historical accuracy.
Can I say what movie it is?
Yes.
It's The Doors.
It is. We've talked about this person multiple times.
He keeps coming up.
So we had to do it.
We had to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Val Kilmer.
Yes.
This is great. I've only seen this movie once. Have you seen it multiple times?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
So, while it did receive, some critical backlash and some backlash from the band, people do praise Val Kilmer, as you mentioned, the star's performance in this movie. It's directed by Oliver Stone.
I knew that.
Oliver Stone was at the time kind of at the peak of his popularity and powerfulness in Hollywood. He was able to get shit done because he had made a lot of movies that did well, including Midnight Express in 1978. A lot of critically acclaimed and award-winning movies. He also did Platoon.
Yes.
1986.
That's Charlie Sheen, is it not?
It is.
Yeah.
That won 4 Oscars. He also did Wall Street. Again,
That was also Charlie Sheen.
Talk Radio. And then Born on the 4th of July.
Which was supposed to star Charlie Sheen, and that actually caused some kind of rift.
Oh.
So it ended up starring, because everyone's talking about Charlie Sheen these days. That was one of the stories he told, was that he was supposed to be in that movie, but then I don't know exactly what happened, but it went to Tom Cruise, but it caused some sort of...
Radio?
Not Talk Radio, Born on the 4th of July.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's very powerful. He had wanted to make this movie since the early 80s. Like, it was kind of on his bucket list of things to do. He's a Vietnam veteran and very much mythologized Jim Morrison and the music that he put out during that time. And he's always wanted to do it. So luckily for him, around the mid 80s, the Doors kind of experienced this resurgence. They became very popular again.
I recall.
So, they were washed up for a little while, considered very much just a 60s band whose popularity had faded. Jim Morrison had died in 1971. So there weren't that, it wasn't super popular. But they never really disappeared. And then in 1985, they released the Best of Doors compilation, which went multi-platinum and reintroduced them to younger listeners.
Such as us.
Such as us, who I had a Doors phase for sure.
Oh, we all did.
They say that the reason, too, that it did so well, that Doors compilation, is because classic rock radio became a major format at that time.
It did. ZXL.
Yeah. And so the Doors were played heavily alongside bands like Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd, who had also resurged in that time frame. Home video made 1960s counterculture and concert footage more accessible. That's when we were watching like Woodstock for the first time and stuff like that. And then you had post-punk and alternative artists out there creating music that were citing the Doors as an influence. So Iggy Pop, The Cult, Joy Division, Echo and the Bunnymen, they were all like, we love the Doors. And then that bohemian rock poet aesthetic was very popular.
With the flouncy shirt and hair.
So the Doors were commercially viable at that time, and Oliver Stone got greenlit to make the movie. So came out in 1991. It was greenlit right after the Doors box set was released as well. So there was like a lot of hype around the Doors at this time. So it was ripe for a movie.
I remember. I mean, this would have been my freshman year of high school. And I remember the Doors just being a big to-do.
Right. So the lead in this movie is Val Kilmer as Jim Morrison. He made a really strong push to get this role. He created his own audition video singing Doors songs himself. Embarrassing. And he lost a lot of weight, like prepared intensely and lost a lot of weight. And he learned over 50 Doors songs, even though they only used 15 in the film.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah. Before Val Kilmer was cast, though, it was a big project, and every single person
wanted to do it. Tell me some names.
Tom Cruise.
No.
Johnny Depp.
He could have done it.
Maybe. He's a little short.
He's a little short, yeah.
Timothy Hutton.
Okay, I can see it.
Stephen Bauer.
I don't know who that is.
Gregory Harrison. I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Christopher Lambert. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, this movie could have really done some things for those names.
Michael Onkian.
I don't know who that is.
Jason Patrick.
See, he should have.
He was on the list.
He should have been like second on the list.
He should have been. John Travolta.
No.
Richard Gere.
No.
Too old.
Long
in the tooth. And then you had some heavy hitters in the music world who were also like, yeah, I would do it, including Bono.
Ew.
And Michael Hutchison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been great.
Yes. But ultimately, the role went to Val Kilmer, who, like I said, really wanted it. Meg Ryan is Pamela, who is Jim Morrison's like companion, wife, whatever. Kyle MacLachlan is Ray Manzarek, who's in the band. Yeah. Kevin Dillon is John Densmore. And Frank Whaley is Robbie Krieger.
Okay.
So you also have a notable appearance by Billy Idol.
Okay.
And apparently Billy Idol was supposed to be a bigger part of the movie, but he was dramatically limited by a motorcycle accident he had about what he could actually do in this movie.
Oh, God.
So I have to take a look and see.
He's just like
laying there in a hospital bed. He's like all wrapped with his foot up on one of those things.
But he does a hell of a job acting.
Yeah. I said So Ray Manzarek was the band member that really was just like,
He didn't like it?
he did not care for it. John Densmore, however, he appears as in a cameo in this movie.
Okay. So who like informed the movie? Like where did he get the information from to create this movie?
So I guess they pulled a lot of it together, but a lot of it, and you'll remember this, and I kind of was like, oh God, I don't want to watch this because it's going to be uncomfortable and weird and we're going to hate it. Is like there's a whole part about like a Native American
Yes.
storyline. Where he sees like visions from Native Americans.
He goes on like a mescaline trip or something. Yeah.
Which I'm embarrassed
And he
already
follows
about that.
because they cite that in Wayne's World 2.
Yes. So
You're so uncomfortable. I love it. This is gonna be great.
right, but aren't you uncomfortable about it?
I feel like there's gonna be a lot of things about this movie that I'm gonna be a little bit uncomfortable with.
Right.
Like I hope your mother-in-law doesn't come out while we're watching it.
But anyway, so I think that Oliver Stone took a lot of licenses. He admitted to such later on that he wanted to make it kind of like a mythologized version of Jim Morrison. One of the band members, or I think it was the one I talked about, kind of said that he made Jim Morrison look like a drunk buffoon.
Well, he kind of was. Like, I mean, I know someone who an old friend of mine's dad saw the Doors or tried to see the Doors in concert back in the day. And he said it was terrible and that Jim Morrison got there and he was so drunk and like they waited forever for the show to start. And then Jim Morrison came out and was just so drunk, like he couldn't even do anything. And like, that was, I just feel like I've never heard anyone else who had actually gone to a Doors show before. And his dad was just like, no, like, fully, they're terrible.
Like we said, not everyone, but we all had a Doors phase where we went through different levels of being obsessed with the Doors. And I went pretty deep. I read a book about it. Wow. I got all the CDs and everything like that. And and apparently that was a pretty common occurrence. Like they would be always constantly late for shows. He peed on stage one time. Gross. Like he was a very like drunk and unruly. And then he would, and there's just a lot of stories about them.
But doesn't Jim Morrison himself, and I guess we'll find out in the biopic, doesn't he come from like a pretty okay family?
I don't
Wasn't the thing with him was that he's kind of like just a middle class kid?
Yeah, I think he's just regular.
He was just regular, but then he kind of got a little... But I feel like there's a lot of those artists. There's Jim Morrison, Janis Joplin,
Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, and then you throw some...
Yeah, and I feel like this is definitely the case too. Like, I mean, these... people who die young are very much mythologized.
Because they're so beautiful. They die young and beautiful.
And young, and we have all this unrealized, untapped potential, when in reality, we don't know what would have happened to them. They could have just washed away. But but they died young, so they're eternally amazing and, and talented and beautiful.
Yeah.
The film does use Val Kilmer's singing voice in many of the concert scenes. And people thought that he did a really good job with that.
Okay, we'll listen. We'll be the judge.
Roger Ebert praised Val Kilmer's performance and concert scenes as uncanny and visually authentic, but he felt the overall depiction was heavy-handed and bleak.
Okay.
But
we'll be the judge.
He said, the typical showbiz biopic describes a sort of parabola.
Oh my! Sometimes we just show that we're so dumb.
Sometimes I've just never read a word out loud before. Jim Morrison becomes a star quickly and then self-destructs as quickly and efficiently as he can.
Okay. Tale as old as time.
Yeah. The film used original music by the Doors. There are scenes in the Mojave Desert involving Native American inspired rituals. And apparently the filmmakers painted some pictographs on some state-owned land.
Oh, good job.
And they didn't remove it, which caused a lot of controversy at the time because, you can't
do that.
Yeah.
Not cool, Oliver Stone.
Jennifer Tilly, she's an actress.
Oh, yeah, I like her.
She recalls that she auditioned for the role of Pamela, which ultimately went to Meg Ryan, and recalled that Val Kilmer's audition entrance, he entered in a convertible blasting Doors music with his hair all wild. He was barefoot and wearing leather pants.
Okay.
And she said at that moment, no other actors had a chance to get the role. Okay.
I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah. Let me see what else I got. Oh, afterwards, the Doors soundtrack sold over 3 million copies in the U.S. and reached number 9 on the Billboard 200. The Best of the Doors album re-entered the charts, and Elektra Music reissued multiple remastered albums and box sets. Sales of the Doors catalog between 1991 and 1994 exceeded their total sales from the previous 2 decades combined.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I feel like during our high school years, the Doors were everywhere.
Yeah. Robbie Manzarek and Robbie Krieger, 2 of the band members, they toured again, and
Nobody wants to see them.
no. So that's the movie that we're watching today.
You don't hear the Doors very much these days. We had a Doors kind of time where we played some Doors music for our kids.
Did they
Because we
like
really
it?
hadn't. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
They're like, what is this?
They're like, this is
Rise
amazing.
on the storm.
That's the worst song. I hate that song.
I know. So one of the things that I always think about, because like I said, I read the book and everything about Jim Morrison, was way into it, was that he was one of those artists is famously thought to have pretended to die.
Oh, yes.
And that happens a lot too, I think, with these people that are like these great musicians who have a lot of spotlight, who have been out there just, being crazy and wild. And then all of a sudden they're just like we like to think that they chose to calm down and pretend to die. So Jim Morrison always joked about it too, and said that when he came back, he wouldn't tell anyone, but he might reach out to people and contact them, and he would tell them it was Mr. Mojo Rising.
Okay.
And I think about that way more than I should. I see who'll call me
And be like, hello.
This is Mojo Rising.
Well, I feel like there was I'm going to have to look it up, but I feel like there was a recent news story where someone was claiming, or where they were saying that it actually could be
Jim Morrison?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I'm going to have to Google that because I didn't read it.
Yeah. I mean, he died in 1971. He'd be pretty old.
He'd be pretty old. I mean, he'd be older than our parents.
Yeah.
For sure. So
yeah.
But maybe, I'll look up the article.
Okay,
we'll find out.
Okay. But he has been featured in 2 movies we watched this year. The Lost Boys, there was a poster of him.
Yeah.
And then
he came up again.
God, I just had it, and then it went out of my head.
Okay. Oh, no, he was in Death Becomes Her.
Oh, Death Becomes Her, right at that party.
So we have to watch this movie.
Yes,
it's our job.
Right.
I'm excited. Let's go watch it.
Do you think you watched it in the movie theater?
I don't think I did. I remember seeing it, and I remember being really excited about seeing it. Maybe I did see it in the movie theater, because that was a period of time where I was going to the movies a lot. Mm-hmm. So it's very possible that I saw it in the movie theater. But I remember not loving it.
Right.
The movie so much. But I did love The Doors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
Okay.
Let's watch
go
it.
Watch it.
Controversial. Confidently controversial.
Okay.
Yeah, we're back.
Come on, baby, light my fire. All right, guys. I'm going to make a hot take right now.
Hot take.
Hot take. Jim Morrison.
It's the fucking worst.
Oh my God, he is. He's so annoying.
Guys, listen to me. From minute 1 of this movie, Emily and I fucking hated him.
Right. And then we had so many more minutes.
Yeah, it's a long movie. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes of movie, right?
Of Jim Morrison being an asshole.
Yeah. But couching it in oh, he's a poet. He's so
artist.
free spirited. Now he's a dick.
He's a dick. Yeah. One of the things I thought of watching this is that there are so many talented, amazing artists that have existed over the course of recorded human existence, and so many of them more deserving of a biopic.
Yeah. I just think the whole time, I'm just I just like the Elton John biopic so much more.
I like Elton John so much more.
Yeah.
And
he wasn't perfect.
Nobody is.
No.
I get it. But this guy, I mean, we have to first. Okay. We're going to talk about Jim Morrison, the person, but we're also going to have to talk about this movie because they are both bad in different ways.
Yeah.
I just want to say Jim Morrison, the person, he was young. He died young. He didn't get to live that long. And it sounds like boys' brains aren't fully developed until 24 years old. And this guy only lived to 27.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's a lot of it too, is when we were younger, when this movie came out, we had the rest of our lives to live. We were much more open and much more like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Now we're old ladies and we're looking at this young boy making a fool of himself.
It's like, shut up.
Right. Spouting off nonsense, drinking too much, showing his penis.
Okay, first of all, Jim Morrison, it's called a cup.
Seriously.
Stop drinking out of the
What
directly
if
out of the
someone
bottle.
else wants a sip?
Seriously. I mean, okay, Jim Morrison, was he hot?
Yes.
So hot.
Val Kilmer as Jim Morrison, also hot.
Also hot. Was the music good?
Great.
Great music.
It's very good music.
Absolutely.
And I do not detract. I think the band, I have a lot to say about them. I think that they're the true stars here.
They are. They put up with him.
Yeah.
I mean, as I said, I feel like what should have been shown in this movie was the band having the conversation that was like, I mean, guys, listen,
Right.
like we need him. So
Yeah.
we're just going to have to put up with this guy. I've done the math.
Right.
We're
nothing without him.
We're nothing without him. We need him. So we just have to kind of, although they should have done a better job of like keeping him alive. That would have probably been better for them in the long run.
There's a lot of codependency in this movie.
Yeah.
So much.
Oh, well, the whole central to this movie, kind of central.
Wait, hold on. Let me just say, too. So we were just talking about the band. Mm-hmm. Keyboard players, keyboards and bands, underrated.
Yes.
They can do so much.
Every band should have one, but they don't.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Because they're, I bet he was great. Yeah,
I mean, that band's nothing without the keyboard.
No, it does set it apart in a big way from a lot of those bands of that time.
Yeah.
I mean, there are other keyboards, I guess.
No,
but he
there's
was very
definitely
good.
other keyboards.
Yeah. They weren't the only ones,
No.
but they were very, very good. I do think that if Jim Morrison was not as hot as he is and sexy, that band would not have been. It's good music, but I still don't think it would have been the phenomena that it is. Because you see that imagery of those early shows of them at the LA clubs, and I can imagine seeing something like that and just being like,
what?
like,
I like that.
I don't know why, but I like it.
Leather pants, turtleneck,
Sweater. Okay.
V-neck.
I'm here for this. But I think what I could do without, and what, you were saying when you described this movie and how Oliver Stone described this movie, I think he really wanted it to feel like a poem and feel more like this experience. And then it was a linear storyline because you are following him through
His very short life.
However, it's infused with poetry and the way the camera work. And I that's definitely what he wanted to do. I don't think he achieves it in a way that makes it a spellbinding, interesting movie. And anyone out there who says that this is their favorite movie and that they watch it over and over again and they love it, I am suspect of that person.
You're lying.
You're wrong. I like poetry, and I feel like his poetry is definitely very beat inspired.
Sure.
But, stop, Jim. Like, just talk like a person. Can we talk like a person?
Yeah, I just feel like it's just this, like, false persona. Like, I can't believe someone like that's real.
Well, I mean, I think that I can remember being younger and those heady days when you're younger and you talk about poems and you talk about all these works and
Not
everything
me.
and you write things. I went to art school camp.
I know.
And so I knew these people and there's part of me that hope I like that exists. And when you're young, I think there's a time and a place to like write your poetry and just, love your own bullshit.
Okay. Well, he does.
Oh,
he thinks
he loves
shit
it.
Smells divine.
He does.
But first of all,
he does talk about sucking a fart out of his butt at some part in this movie, and Kim's reaction to that line was like, like you couldn't handle it.
I know. I don't like when hot people say gross stuff.
Continue.
No, but what I was going to say is I'm not a poetry person. My mom's a poetry person. I remember in school, very much like junior year, it was like thick on poetry and you have to like decipher what the meaning was. And I was just like, what if they're just words? How do you know
poetry.
what they really meant by this? Like, I hated that. I hated having to like look at a poem and read words and then somehow decipher what the person was meaning and the symbolism, and I hated
This
it.
is where we're so different.
I know.
Because I love poetry, and I went hard through a poetry phase, and I loved it. And I still, every once in a while, I still do write stuff, and I do get in that mood, and I do love to read poetry, and it makes me very happy to do that. But as much as, I mean, I really searched in my heart of hearts, and I just cannot make myself take this movie seriously.
Well, I don't understand. Like, can you not be into poetry and also be like a real human that has real conversations? Like, do you just always have to speak in poems?
No, you don't. You can
Right.
just like, I mean, I like poetry, and I feel like
Right.
I can be normal and
You
have
can't
a
tell me,
conversation.
Emily Dickinson was just walking around like an asshole.
She might have been.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know. I never met her before.
Right. Sure.
But I do think that there is this, I don't know, like I feel like Simon and Garfunkel are like that. Like you get in, some people, they just
take
get
themselves too
They take themselves too seriously. And at the same time, we like the music of Jim Morrison.
Yeah, no, I love it. I
And-
want to listen to The Doors. I'm going to listen to it today.
Oh, me too. We like this stuff, but I think you and I get very uncomfortable around that kind of thing. And we're just like, stop.
Bullshit. Yeah. Well, yeah, there is.
It is phony baloney. Some of it's phony baloney.
And we talked about this through the thing. So, like, there's a running storyline through the thing that when Jim Morrison is a child, his parents inexplicably wake him up to see an accident on the side of the road.
Instead of being like, oh, it's Jim asleep.
Right.
Make sure he's asleep.
Right. Make sure the oldest child who is going to be impacted by this death stays asleep. They're like, wake up.
Hey, look at this. There's some bloody people on the side of the
Right.
road.
So they're driving through this thing, and it's Native Americans who have been injured in a car accident.
Yes.
Well, at that moment, he claims that their spirits latched onto him.
And he locks in.
Yeah, he locks in and he takes on that energy.
Yeah.
Which, if I was a Native American person, I'm not
Latching onto
claiming to speak for them, but I would be mad about it.
Yeah, I think that I'd be interested to know how Native Americans feel about their depiction in this movie because, I mean, they're just people too.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, they drink out of cups.
They love a cup.
Right.
Right? But I feel like they're depicted in this movie as being so spiritual and I don't know.
And great and fine, but at the same time, like, he's like, it kind of is like blaming them for the way he is too.
See, I didn't take that.
No, but like anytime he's like screwing up on
stealing from
stage,
them. He steals from them.
Yeah, he steals. He appropriates. Anytime he's like having like a low moment where like the bottom's coming out.
Yeah.
The Native Americans have shown up.
Because are they death? They're death, and he's
They're just
close to
following
death.
him around.
And that's death following him around and guiding him towards his death. I don't know. There's probably so much deep
Right.
meaning in this
I
movie,
know.
but we're not open to it.
No, we're not.
We're not. Because
I
you
am
know what?
closed off.
I'm closed off because we're the kind of people who watch this movie and go, why are they sitting in the sand in jeans?
Yeah.
Why are their wigs so terrible?
Right.
Like, that's who we are.
Why? I mean, and then you have Meg Ryan as Pamela, the main girlfriend.
Yes.
And she's just always there.
Well, I was thinking about that too. This idea of the girl with the band. And I mean, we've seen that in a lot of the things that, a lot of culture, pop culture. There's
Yeah, of
always that
course.
girl with the band.
Right.
She's just kind of there. In fact, she describes herself in this movie as an ornament.
Yes.
Yes. And, she's like the rest of the band does not seem to be very annoyed by her presence.
No, they're not.
Right?
Well,
They're
they all
not
have
annoyed by
ladies
her.
around.
They all have ladies around. But, I have to tell you, I hung out with bands. When we were younger, in the 90s, there were a lot of garage bands. And I feel like we both went through that phase where you had friends who were in bands and you hung out with the band. And it sucks. It really sucks. You're
They're
sitting
just
there.
not cool people.
They're not cool people. It's like you think to yourself, I want to hang out with people who are like rock and roll people. And then you hang out and you're like, oh, this sucks. Now they don't care about me. They don't want to talk to me.
No.
I'm just sitting here and I have to listen to their bad music.
Right.
The other,
I've
and
made a
it's
huge
almost like
mistake.
surfers. I feel like when you're younger, you're
Yeah.
like, oh, surfers are so cool. And then you hang out with a surfer and they're just talking about how many feet high the waves are. And you're like, oh, God.
You're just sitting on the beach in your jeans.
I would never.
No, God.
Yeah. So I feel like there's always that girl with the band, and she eggs him on. She loves his poetry. She sees this artist in him.
Right.
And I guess her character is supposed to be, I don't know if she's you know, she does lead him towards death in some ways. Like, she's the one who does heroin first, right? It's not like she's, you know, trying to get him off of alcohol or things. She gets a little annoyed when he's like boning all these other ladies.
Yeah, but I think she likes who he is.
Oh yeah,
and
absolutely.
I do not. He's abusive.
Yeah, he's not
He
nice.
cheats on her quite a bit.
all the time.
He's got whiskey dick.
He does.
Hardcore.
I know.
Which is not surprising because he's just carrying it around, drinking it constantly.
Well, and I told you that there was a story about how he hooked up with Janis Joplin and was mean to her at a party. And like David Crosby talked about being at that party and seeing that. And she always referred to him as that asshole from that point on.
Yeah. So there's another woman that is like pretty prominent in the film, Patricia. And she does some sort of like, what did I call it? A hand warming ceremony or something.
I want to do a hand where my hands are cold. Can we do it?
She takes those little handshaker things.
No, and they it's like a Celtic thing.
Yeah.
And they get married.
They tie the knot.
Right, but not really. Although it's interesting because in this, I think you were saying before, Pam was his only heir in his will, and she was his common law wife. Right. And her family petitioned for him, on her gravestone, it says Pam Morrison.
All right. Well, that's what she refers herself to herself as. And they were common law married.
Yeah.
But
I have to say,
she died only 3 years after he died. She died in 1974, also of a heroin overdose.
Right. Well, and so she must have been younger because you said she died at the same, she was also 27.
Yes,
so she was a few years younger. But we both agreed that Meg Ryan was too old to play that role.
Yeah.
A little too old. Again, bad wig. And I think Val Kilmer, he was good in the later parts, but when he was playing a young Jim Morrison,
you didn't like it.
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. Although I did like the part where they all go, early on the band forms, and they all go out to the desert and they do peyote, and it's like a team building exercise.
Yeah. Trust falls definitely happened.
Yeah. And I was like, maybe we should think about that in business culture.
Right.
We just go out. Although that is something, I'm going to go off topic for a second.
Crazy.
But I feel like, how all of these people, these really rich people, it's very common, they're all doing ayahuasca.
Right.
And I really think that might be at the heart of some of the crazy shit that people are talking about with AI and all this other stuff. I think it's because you have people who are doing ayahuasca, and that's becoming this very common thing in that very rich, powerful group.
Okay.
And I do think that...
And they're bringing back, and they're like, I have all these ideas.
Yeah, I think Elon Musk, when he's going wild, he's doing drugs. They're all doing too many drugs. He's on something. They're all on something.
Right.
And it's impacting all of us, and it's got to stop. Okay. I'm anti-rich people doing drugs.
I need some clear-headed folks to make some decisions.
Right. Can we stop? Can we get a straight-laced person in here to just stop all this bullshit? Anyway, that was off the side. But, and I don't aside from Jim Morrison always spouting poetry, he has this very serpentine walk that he does all the time. He's the Lizard King. And I was like, come on, walk right, Jim. Walk right.
Imagine if you were dating someone and they referred to themselves as the Lizard King.
I'd walk away. So many times in this, it just really made me think, oh my God, the reality of that guy.
Yeah.
The reality of dating that guy. Right. As portrayed in this movie, who, I was reading because I had to tap out sometimes. It just got to be too much. But I was reading during the movie about how people described him as when he was sober. He was very friendly, very nice kind of guy. It was really when he was drinking. Now, it seemed
he was an asshole.
That he was an asshole.
Okay.
But it seems that he was just mostly drinking. If this movie is correct, it seemed like he woke up in the morning and just started on that bottle, cracked that bottle,
and that had impacts on their recording, like you see where he's goes all Ron Burgundy. And
oh my God, tell the people what you discovered.
So in the latter half of this movie, he's a little bit older and a little bit drunker all the time.
Yeah, by older we mean he's 25 years old.
Right, sure. But they make him look a lot older. They give him a beard and act like he's an old man.
Sure.
And they give him a paunch belly. They do. Because of all the whiskey, I suppose.
And he refers to himself as a large mammal, right? Which I like.
Yeah, it's fine. But there's a certain point in the movie where he's singing and he's drunk.
And it's come on, now touch me, babe.
It's fully Ron Burgundy.
Yeah, I urge you to go back and listen to that song, close your eyes and picture Ron Burgundy, and you can't unhear it.
Yeah, then the rest of the movie, it was basically watching Val Kilmer as Jim Morrison, but also understanding that Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell. Okay, continue.
Will Ferrell took a lot of inspiration from Jim Morrison for both Ron Burgundy and also that thing where he's the lovers.
Yeah, the lovers. Come out here, Pam.
Right.
We're going to be
fun with me.
We will be children of the night.
Right.
Yeah, this movie takes itself too seriously, and that's really at the heart of it. Is
Right.
2 hours and 20 minutes of taking itself way too
The director
seriously.
took himself too seriously. Val Kilmer took himself too seriously as the actor. My husband kept coming in alluding to the fact that this is the movie that ruined Val Kilmer's career, which I did not follow up on, but I don't know.
I don't think it was. I mean, Val Kilmer, he was in that one. Yeah,
I think also this was pretty early in his career.
No, he was in the 80s. He was in all
No,
those
I know,
movies.
but he wasn't in that much stuff. Only in a couple things.
You know
this
what?
was 1991.
This was post-Cher, right? Wasn't he in that relationship with Cher for a long time?
Maybe.
I think this was post-Cher. Maybe he needed Cher in his life. Cher probably watched this and was just like, ugh, come on. But yeah, I mean, honestly, this movie is about a bunch of drug addicts, and they're all taking themselves too seriously, and I think we romanticize the wrong things sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
This is a man who apparently said, "Why don't you suck a fart out of my asshole?"
Yeah.
Why do we love that?
I mean, again, and you see him in concerts, and again, the early ones I can imagine being electric and amazing, but the later ones
Well, I understand.
don't seem like they would be that great.
So he died in 1971.
Yes.
So the height of their fame is the late 60s.
Yeah.
It's very different from what else is happening. And I think they get a lot of that early on where they're like, you should be like Herman's or whatever.
Yes.
And you should do this and you should be like this because they want them. And then there's like criticism. At one point, the guy's like, what are we, the Beatles? You know what I mean? So there's like a lot of criticism and obviously a lot of comparison. And you're coming off that time where that was like the suited boys playing guitar.
Sure, very clean.
Ed Sullivan and everything like that. And you had those 50s ideals. So I imagine that this was just crazy for people to see this level of...
But there was, in the context of, I mean, there were so many other bands at the same time that were doing this kind of wild stuff. I mean, think about Jimi Hendrix. Think about Janis Joplin. Think about,
But
all of those
Woodstock
bands.
hadn't happened yet.
It hadn't, but they talk about the fact that they weren't invited.
They were not invited. Because Jim Morrison's a crazy asshole.
And they say that he got, towards the end, there's a weird, doesn't really seem to fit in the movie, court scene because he was arrested for public exposure. But it seems like he just showed his finger.
Yeah, he did.
But he was saying he was going to show his pee-pee. And
his pee-pee.
Yes. But then he ends up getting arrested or I don't know.
And they don't want that at Woodstock?
I don't know what they wanted at Woodstock.
Okay.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't make sense to me.
Hopefully my mom will chime in. It's interesting. The Doors, I feel like my dad liked the Doors and they were definitely around, but they weren't around in the way that, like, I listened to them less through my parents and more through popular culture.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Because my mom, it wasn't like that was something we grew up listening to. It was definitely something that I came around to on my own.
Yeah, my dad liked it. I feel like we had some
My
stuff
mom wasn't
around.
mad about it. My mom,
Your mom's like, sees Jim Morrison. She's like, oh, I'm not mad.
I'm not mad about this. But, I don't think that she was like...
He wasn't the top. Like,
She
you have to
bring it
listen to
the
this.
table. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's great music. The movie, not that great. I don't think if you saw it back in the day and you loved this movie and you remember loving it. And it's funny because as I watched it, and I think I said earlier, I never watched it again.
Right.
Right?
No.
I know I saw this movie when it came out and I don't think I really liked it.
No.
But there was a lot of hype around it at the time. But if you saw this back in the day and you loved it, I'm telling you, don't watch it again.
No.
Let it live on in your heart. Listen to The Doors and love listening to The Doors, but don't watch this movie again.
No.
Nobody needs to. Jim Morrison doesn't deserve for you to watch this movie again.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think, we talked about this a little bit too, like this, mystifying or what is it called? Where you put someone up on a pedestal that died young.
Mythologizing.
Mythologizing someone who died young and, You know, he could have just been like
Yeah, he could have just
Dana
stopped.
Bonaducci.
He could have stopped being an asshole, stopped drinking so much, and just,
been plain.
been plain and just kind of gotten his shit together. But he didn't get his shit together.
Yeah, and I don't believe he's still alive.
I don't think so either.
No, he was definitely fucked up enough that he died from drugs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He earned his death.
He was living a extreme lifestyle, and he's not still alive and roaming around, or never was.
Yeah.
He died.
And I think just in terms of this movie, just as a movie itself, again, I'll reiterate, I just don't think that Jim Morrison deserved this.
Right.
Necessarily. And I think I shouldn't say he doesn't deserve it because the music is great. Mm-hmm. I think he didn't deserve to be mythologized in this way. Mm-hmm. I think that there is something to take from this in terms of, being a part of a great band and then having this downfall. And I think you could have told a different story and used it as a parable almost, but it's not a parable the way that it's told in this. It's told as he's the Lizard King and he died. She even says after she finds him dead in the tub, was it good? Was it good when the end finally came?
Right.
Was
Did
it
you
as
enjoy
beautiful?
it like you thought you would?
Yeah.
Kind of.
So I think that they're saying the wrong thing. They could have told this story in a much different way because, where's the Jimi Hendrix biopic, right? Jimi Hendrix did amazing, groundbreaking shit on the guitar.
He just didn't have an interesting life.
He just didn't have the interesting
Like,
life. And
that's
maybe
my
wasn't
guess
as
is,
charismatic. And he wasn't as hot. I mean, I'll say
Yeah,
it.
right,
He wasn't
right,
as
right.
hot as Jim
Right,
Morrison.
right.
Same with Janis Joplin.
Well, yeah.
Did they do a Janis? They did What's the
From
one?
30 Rock.
What's the one in 30 Rock? My husband just referenced it.
Yeah.
Jarble Jim Joe? What is it? Something. I'll think of it later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think that there's been that. And she was kind of amazing too. Same level of amazing, but I just don't think that she's
I guess
mythologized
they had
in
a
the
lot.
same
I
way.
mean, didn't Janis Joplin have like one album?
I think so. But she's great. I also
But they had
think
a lot.
that...
The Doors had a lot of albums.
Yeah. And all these people, they sold posters. They, when I worked at that poster store, everybody wanted that poster of Jim Morrison.
Oh, my God.
And this was back in the late 90s, early 2000s. People were still buying posters of them to put on their walls.
Yeah.
And that picture of Jim Morrison, they do have a scene in this movie because I think Oliver Stone never met a scene that he didn't want to include in this movie. Like, this man really...
He put it all in there.
He put it all in there. Like, a director's cut of this movie, I don't know. He's like, this is the director's cut.
Right.
We didn't film anything
Well, like
else.
I said, he was very influential at the time. He had a lot of power at the time. I think that he could do whatever he wanted with a movie at the time. And people were just like, great, we want to see it. All of it.
And then they saw it and they're like,
Oh, dear.
we're going to need to do an editing bay.
Right. Well, you know what came out? The exact same year this movie came out, JFK also came out.
Oh,
Oliver
wow.
Stone
So he
movie.
made 2 movies in 1 year?
And they both
epic.
came out that
I never
year.
saw JFK.
I did. I saw that in the movie theater.
Was that good?
Yeah, that was another one of my phases.
You went through a JFK phase?
Yeah. Someone else in my family did too. When we were cleaning out the attic, we found this whole box of old newspapers and stuff like that, all about the JFK murders. I was like, someone in our
Was it
family.
your dad?
No, I think it was like probably my dad's mom.
Interesting. My husband's mom is like way into the JFK thing. Like, she
Interesting.
knows all the things. She's read all the books.
Right. Does she want this box of stuff?
She probably would. If it's from the time,
Oh, yeah.
she would. If don't throw it away. Like,
Oh,
she
no,
would.
no. It's
love
still in
it.
our attic. We kept
Okay.
it.
Like, she would love that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I think it's funny because I'm looking at my notes for this movie and I just wrote, I can't.
At one point, I just wrote, drugs, man.
Oh, but we did find out that Jim Morrison was a Sagittarius.
Oh, yeah. Just like me.
Just like you. And it's
Sagittarius season.
It is. By the time this comes out, I think it'll be Sagittarius
good.
season. So look
All
out.
right, Jim Morrison, happy birthday.
Listen to some Jim Morrison.
Yeah.
Enjoy
Celebrate
that.
me.
Celebrate Kim.
All right. Well, do you want to hear how this movie connects to, what's his face? Johnny Depp?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So what's interesting about this connection is that I was like, oh, let me see if ChatGPT, if one of our AI friends can give me this connection
No, they're on ayahuasca.
between the Doors movie and Johnny Depp. It gave me 2 things that were lies.
It lies all the time.
I had to call it on it, and I was like, oh, sorry, you're right.
I know. AI, guys. if AI just makes shit up
Holy shit.
all the time.
Yeah.
It makes stuff up. And then when you call it on it, it's like, oh, good thing you looked into that.
Right. My mistake.
Yeah.
Whoopsie.
I'm just a robot.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it told me 2 different connections. The first connection, it was like Johnny Depp was in, I don't know. Johnny Depp was in some movie. I was like, he was not in that movie. Like, I was like, I believe a lot of things, but I was like,
I believe a lot of things.
And then whatever the second one was, they told me that he was in that movie Chef. I was like, he was not. In like 2014. I was like, he would never. So twice. And then she's like, oh, my bad. Asshole.
Yeah. Oh, one time I was using the AI and it was offering to like make me slides for something. And it was asking me all these questions like how, and I was like, all right, like I'm game. Let me see what it can do. Make me some slides on this. And it's like, well, do you like this? And would the color scheme be like this? And there's to ask me all this stuff. And it just kept asking me questions. And then it's like, I'm like, well, can I see the slides? And it's like, well, let me ask. And then it would reiterate these things. And finally I was like, do you have the capability to make design slides like what we've been talking about? And it's like, no.
I was just fucking with you.
It was like, I just think it's funny to me because we're fretting so much about this AI stuff and it's not good. I think the people who make it want you to believe that it's this powerful, amazing stuff. And then when you actually use it, it's just like, I don't really know how to do that.
Why did you ask me?
You shouldn't do that.
Yeah. I think that too, I feel like I've never seen it so blatantly wrong before like this. And now I'm just like second guessing some stuff where I'm like,
yeah, anything generative, you
oh no,
have
I
to
know,
go back and
I
check.
know you do. But at the same time, like, I feel like so many of us just, instead of like Googling something now, you go to like the thing and you're just like, oh, tell me what the legal ramifications of this are. Or like, I was asking about like New Jersey's sick leave the other day or something and it was telling me all this stuff. But now I'm just like, you liar. You could have been lying. All right. Anyway. So Meg Ryan is in this movie.
Yeah, she is.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
She was in Sleepless in Seattle, confirmed, with Tom Hanks.
That was a good movie.
1993.
As I remember it as. Maybe it wasn't.
Whatever. Sleepless in Seattle?
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. Tom Hanks was in Catch Me If You Can with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay.
Confirmed. I've seen it.
Okay.
Great movie. Leonardo DiCaprio starred with Johnny Depp in What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Yeah, that's confirmed. That's reality, people.
That all is real.
Oh, yay.
So, yeah.
You did it.
Yeah.
You did it with your own mind, not the AI.
Yeah.
Good job.
I know.
Good job.
So here we are,
This is the
and
end.
there we go.
My only friend, the end.
Keyboard.
All right. Well, let me wrap this up for everybody. And I got to go. This is a lot. Jesus. So what I'm going to say is, you know what? If you are young in your 20s and you want to make art and you want to get out there and write a poem and write a song and give it to the world, have the confidence to get out there, present your art to the universe. But listen, we're not going to get high on our own supply. Right. That would be controversial. Right. And this entire movie, a little high on its own supply.
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate that you understand that you're talented.
Yeah, please. I want you to be confident.
But sometimes you just have to ask yourself how talented. You've got to have some doubt. You've got to have some anxiety. And it makes you a better artist.
It does. And you know what? Don't think you're so great that you can just pull out your pee on stage.
Even if it's a finger.
Yeah, don't do it.
Nobody wants to see that.
No.
Just sing the songs, man.
Sing the songs, man.
Right.
All right. Thank you, everybody. We love you.
Confidently controversial.
This podcast was produced by Trish.
Follow us on Instagram at Confidently Controversial. Find us on TikTok at Confidently Contro. Send us a message via email at confidentlycontroversial@gmail.com or visit our website, confidentlycontroversial.com.
You can find this podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and every other place where you can find podcasts.
Bye.
Bye.